We're on the second to last day of our trip through outback New South Wales in the heat of summer. And I've got the MT1 camper trailer behind me that I'm going to show you around some of my favourite features that have made this trip and any trip you go on so easy. One of the most important features on any trip is a well-stocked pantry and a well-stocked fridge, and the MT1 makes that super easy. We've got a bit of a system here where we keep things we use often on the left, and then sort of progresses down to the right with things that we need to grab occasionally. That means all the stuff we need for dinners and lunches is right here, right next to the fridge. Now, not only that, you've got a nice little work surface here, as well as the fold down table over here, and you've got running water and a sink. We've been using that for our dirty dishes, and if you're thirsty, you can just fill up a glass of water. How good is that? And we can't forget these little swiveling LED lights. These are perfect when you're preparing meals at night or for just a bit of ambient camp lighting, and they're powered directly from the battery in the trailer. And speaking of batteries, welcome to my favorite compartment, the 12-volt side of the trailer. Down here, we've just got a 120 amp hour lithium battery, but you could fit a second one for double the power and you'd be right to go off grid for weeks at a time. We've been using the standard control box here for controlling our water pump on and off. Plus, it comes with a water tank gauge and a battery monitor. So at the moment, we've already used about 4,000 watt hours, which equates to about 320 amp hours from this battery. It's been charged up by this DC-DC charger. And that's the great thing about these trailers. You can option a DC-DC charger so it'll correctly and efficiently charge the battery while you're driving. Finally, we fitted a 1500 watt inverter to this trailer, which is an option as well. And these have proven invaluable for charging all of our lighting, all of our camera gear, laptops, that sort of thing. Up top, we've got the Grand Tourer Mark III, which Mitcho has been lucky enough to snag for this trip, but I'm not complaining. I've had a Big Daddy Deluxe and it's been super comfy. You'll also notice we've got a set of crossbars up there for a bit of extra storage space, plus a little solar panel that's feeding into the DC-DC charger as well. And if you're eagle-eyed, you might notice we've got a little fold-out shower tent here as well, which I'm very much looking forward to using tonight on the last night of our trip, so I can get all this dust off and have a really good night's sleep. Moving around to the back of the MT1 here, we've got a full-size spare on this swing-away tyre carrier, and that gives you access to this massive rear door where you can load all your gear. There's also this optional drawer, which we love for just throwing tools and spares in. Easy to access, but they're out of the way. Finally, on a day like today when it's tipped to hit near 40 degrees, you need somewhere out of the sun. And that's that King Wing Deluxe you see there. 270 degrees of coverage. It's gonna cover your fridge, your pantry, and your rear section. Plenty of room for a couple of chairs if you want a beer at sunset. And you'll notice it's nice and high because they have adjustable awning brackets. And that means people like Mitch can easily fit under there. Overall, the MT1 camper trailer is so multi-purpose. The factory standard independent twin shock rear suspension, the water tank, the battery, and all the stuff you get included makes it so good as a base model. But by the time you add the things that make your camp setup what it is, you'll love it.